What's up, fam? Jay Sinister of Jay Sinister Productions back again with another project. This is a side build that I didn't do a lot of recording and videos on this because it was on the side and the project. I knew that it was going to take me a while, so I just wanted to show the finished project and maybe show a few things that I did along the way as B-roll footage. But I'm going to show you what I did, where I got the parts, how I put it together, and why I did it. But more importantly, before I can show you all of those things, we got to roll that intro footage.
Jay Sinister Productions.
The body comes from AliExpress and it's made to replace or fit on any 324 millimeter wheelbase RC. In this case, you can either use the SCX10 versions, or for this particular vehicle, I'm using a TRX-4. And let me go ahead and pop the top. So what I used as my base is a TRX-4, a regular Traxxas TRX-4. I did use the kit, and I'm going to have to tell you a little small difference between the kit and the ready to run version if you decide to do this build. So this again is the TRX-4 kit, built it myself. One thing to note, on the TRX-4 kit, it's going to come with inner fenders. And normally you would go ahead and just pop these inner fenders on and be done with it. But in order for this body to fit, you have to remove or omit a few parts from the kit build. 4 of those are the inner fenders. So you have to remove the front and rear inner fenders, take those completely off. And also this front plate that sits in the front, in front of the servo. So you remove all that, and with those off, the body will fit nice and neat, perfectly down onto the chassis with no problems. You may also notice, and everything in here is stock. So let me go ahead and pop this in. It's all stock motor. Everything that came with the kit is what I have in here, except for a few extra pieces. The skids, the front and rear skids, servo protectors. And the wheels you may notice are Mercedes-Benz style wheels. And these wheels come from the TRX-6. So again, Kisun or Kisun's RC Life did this build, and he used these TRX-4 wheels because the Unimog is a Mercedes-Benz product, as you can see here. So why not use Mercedes-Benz wheels on it? And since I did a black and red paint scheme, hey, it fits right in perfectly. So I bought these wheels on eBay. Didn't pay that much for them. Someone was selling them, and I went ahead and picked them up. You can find them on eBay as well. Or if you have a TRX-6 and you've changed out the wheels, well, you've got a set of wheels to use for your build as well. If you know how the kit builds are simple, there's no need to go over, the build of the kit. Real simple. Now, moving on to the body. Okay, here's the body, all assembled and put together. I'm going to put some B-roll footage up right now of how this body looks unassembled. So, as I said before, I've got the TRX-6 wheels and tires. You could 6 of those, all right? So I keep these 2 in the back, and I'm going to add some more things to the bed of the Unimog, and I just have those secured with some bungee cords. That's it. Nothing fancy. Keeps them back there. It gives it a nice stock scale type of look, and I've got extra tires if I need them. I'll never need them because I don't run that hard. So the body comes in multiple pieces. The main parts, you have 2 main parts. Again, 2 main parts. You have the cab, which is this part, and then you have the bed, which is this part. The cab and the bed, and since I used black, you may not be able to see it, but I'm going to point it out as best I can. The cab and the bed will come together right here. It's hard to see. There are 4 screws here. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these screws, all the fasteners come with the kit. That's how the bed mates up to the cab. Also, some of the parts, like for the rear tailgate of the bed, that's separate. So you can either use small screws, or in this case, I use some Gorilla Glue to attach this to the bed. You also have this AC unit that's on top that is separate. The mirrors, the snorkel, all of your door handles are all separate pieces. Your side steps, which are here, are separate pieces. And the side markers, which I've painted in orange, and again, I'll put all those paint codes up either now or in the description. Those are separate pieces, as well as the front bumper. This is a separate piece to paint. The light buckets on the inside are separate if you choose to go with the light buckets. The fenders or wheel wells are all separate pieces. The mud flaps, that's a separate piece, as well as the rear fender wheel well is also a separate piece. And also, where is it at? Here it is. The fuel tank, which is here, separate piece. So, fair warning up front, there are a lot of small, tiny pieces. And in addition to this, you also get one other item if you choose to run it in this fashion. Let me grab that. All right, you'll also receive 2 metal rods and what looks to be either like a burlap or canvas style cover. All right, for the bed. So if you choose to run this, and I'll pop a picture up of what this looks like with the cover on it, and it's going to be the unpainted version. You can have the canvas cover on the back of your Unimog, or if you just want to run it straight without any cover, you can do it that way, but that all comes in the kit. Also with the kit, you get a bag full of small items like you get some resistors and you get some LED lights if you want to use those. I went ahead and got my own LED lights that were already pre-wired, and the holes I had to widen just a little bit for the rear, more so than the front headlights. I'd make the holes a little wider and run my lights that way. In particular also, these light rear tail lamp covers that you see with white, orange, and red, those are separate as well, and those are clear. You have to paint those yourself. And again, I'll pop up the paint codes of all the paints I use, which were all Tamiya, except for one can of Rattle that I used that I ran out of black, so I just used a can of Rattle paint that I had laying around, but everything on here is pretty much Tamiya. I primered it, ran my tape, did the 2 different paint scheme, and this pretty much is the finished product. Outside of adding the LED lights to the inside, which I've wired, and one other thing, affixing the body to the chassis is done via magnets. Real simple process. Okay, if you look at Kisun or Kisun's RC Life, you'll see exactly how he did it, but I'll show you a little close-up of the placement of the magnets on the bottom of the body. The magnets do not need to be placed on the chassis because these magnets will clip directly to the rails, okay, of the chassis. Simple, easy, 4 holes or 5 if you want to run 5 magnets. I just ran 4, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, cake. You're all done. So let me give you a little close-up look of that. Okay, now here's a look at the underside. All right, I'm showing you the magnet placement. I'm going to go in close in just a second. So I'm using just 4 magnets, and the positioning of the materials on the underside of this body lines up perfectly with the chassis rails for the TRX-4. So what I'm going to do is, let me go in a little close so you can actually see where the placement of these magnets will line up if you choose to do this build. So as you can see right here, we're at the rear of the body. Let me get a good focus on here. And we have 2 magnets here, and they fit in this little compartment right here. I do have some nylon lock nuts threaded below. It wasn't difficult to do. I just had to use some needle nose pliers to hold the lock nut while I screwed down each one of these magnets to ensure that they stay in place, because right now without it they would just be held in place by this plastic, and maybe over time they would back out. So again, the frame rails for the TRX-4 will fit perfectly right in here, and these will magnetically adhere to the metal of that rail, perfectly lined up. Don't have to worry about anything. In addition, moving up, we have the front 2 magnets, and again, the positioning of these magnets on this piece of material right here will line up perfectly with the frame rails. This circle that I drew in pencil was going to be a placement for a 3rd magnet if I needed it, but the front bumper mount is not, it's plastic. I have the stock one on the TRX-4 still. So if I had a metal one, I would be able to put another magnet right here and have 3 up front and 2 in the rear. But I decided not to go that route. I just went for 2 and 2, and that worked out even better. Additionally, the wiring for the lighting, anybody can do that. I don't have to show you how I did it and what I use. Running wiring for your LED lights is simple. I'm going ahead and put this back on the chassis so you can see how simple it is to fit. And speaking of putting it back on the chassis, this back piece right here where you see this T outline fits perfectly over the rear shock mounts, and the battery tray fits right in there. Everything's perfect. And you'll also notice that right here, this little circle, that is where your antenna fits. So you'll know you have perfect alignment when you put this back on your TRX-4. If you're using an SCX10, which this body will fit, I can't tell you how it will fit, but I know on the TRX-4 it fits perfectly. So let's go ahead and grab the chassis and remate the body to the chassis. All right, fam, so I've got the chassis back, and again, looking at your rails, the side rails, frame rails of your chassis, here's the rear, here's the front. The magnets will fit perfectly. Up front, there's enough metal here on this down portion where the magnets will click into, and then on the rear also you have all this real estate to get your magnet placement right. Clicks right into it. You don't have to drill any holes into the frame. It's just that simple. The only thing you have to do and be cognizant of is your antenna, and there's already a hole drilled in the bed of the Unimog, which will fit right down over, and everything else will line up perfectly. As an example, don't worry about let me pull this wire through for the lights. I'm not going to hook those up just yet. I will show you the lights on. Okay, so you just take your body. I like to go from the rear to the back, to the front, excuse me. I'll line up the antenna. The back is already clicked in place. You want to ensure that right here, it's going to be hard for you to see, but these mud flaps, you want to make sure that those clear the body to the rear. To the front, excuse me, not the rear. Everything clicks down in place. You can hear it. There's the magnet. There's force. It's not going to come off too easily unless you take a big tumble. But here's the rear. I'm just holding on to the body, not the frame or the chassis. That's the magnets holding it all together. Don't have to worry about that coming across or coming out. And again, to show you the bed, here we go with the antenna, through the antenna hole. Here's your battery clip that holds your battery in it and your battery compartment, and this gives enough clearance for your battery and battery compartment so that this fits down on nice and flush to the body, and you're done, fam. That is it. It's all put together. The only thing else I have left to show you is the lights, which is no big deal, and then we're going to talk about the giveaway that we're doing right now. We're going to announce today when we'll be announcing the winners. So if you haven't subscribed, I'll tell you what you need to do in order to get in on that giveaway. And I'll link up the video so you know where to go and what to do in order to win, to possibly win. There's 3 opportunities. 3 individuals are going to win 3 different things. You get to choose what you want to be entered into. So let me go ahead and plug this in, pop the battery in it, and then show you how it looks with the lights. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on so you can see the lights. Get my phone block. Put that down from Crawler Creations just in case we have a runaway, but I doubt that we will. I'm going to go ahead and power up stock electronics, Traxxas 2.4 gigahertz TQI transmitter. Power that on. We got green light, good to go. Go ahead and power this baby on. And we're lit up. There goes our stock lights. I mean, not stock lights, but regular old white LEDs from Amazon. Got the Amazon specials, nothing fancy. Just some lighting up front. And in the rear, we're lit up as well. Again, nothing fancy, stock Amazon special LEDs, really cheap. I'll put a link up to the ones I used. The only thing I had to change in the rear was I had to take my body reamer and ream out the holes for the LED to fit in. Just a little bit. These are 5mm LEDs, popped them right in, use a little hot glue. We're done. Everything's wired up, and I have it into an existing open channel on the ESC, so there's no problem getting power to the LED lights. And again, fam, that is it. I mean, it's real simple. And as far as turning, when you turn extreme left under load, let me take this off the block, you may have some rubbing, and that's under load when you're traveling at a faster speed, which I would hate that you would do if you're moving real fast to make a sudden turn like that. But going extreme left, you may have some rubbing when it's under load, but as you can see, there's plenty of travel. And even with me pressing this down all the way, there's still room in here when traveling straight. But if you're under this much load and turning, you've got some problems anyway, and you shouldn't be, doing that. But if you are, no big deal. But you have plenty of travel, plenty of room all the way around. The body is made to fit, especially on this TRX-4, perfectly. You have no problems with rubbing or fitment issues. And that's one reason why I went with this. Well, that's the second reason. Number one is because I like Unimogs. It's just one of my things. I only have 2 of them, but I do like Unimogs. And there it is, fam. We've got this TRX-4 with this Unimog 324mm body mounted to it from AliExpress, hand painted. And I'll put the colors up again if I haven't already. I'll pop those up and throw those in the description. And that's it. It's a simple build. If you already have a TRX-4, it's just a matter of removing the body. All right, removing the side rails, removing the front and rear bumper, and popping this baby on there, of course, after you've painted it and got it the way you want it. You can also throw an interior in there if you want to. You can remove or add glass. It's up to you how you want to do it. I am going to put a little trailer hitch on the back and a few other small scale items. I would do a run video today, but it's kind of nasty outside, so we're not going to do that. But this is just going to be a quick look at this side project. I love the color scheme. I love how everything fit together. And again, I'm a Unimog fan, so everything's perfect for me. So, as I've been talking, hopefully I've overlaid some videos. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to overlay some shots I took outside the other day. It wasn't 100% finished, but I had the body made it to the vehicle so you can see what that looks like. While we're showing those shots, I want to reiterate what we're doing here on J Sinister Productions. We're doing another giveaway. All right, pop a link up to the video you need to look at now. All right, and this was a video that revealed and announced a previous winner. But at the end of the video, I talk about the latest giveaway where we're giving away 3 items. All right, you need to go to this video, watch it all the way through to the end, because the details and instructions as to what you have to do if you want to enter into this giveaway are provided in that video. And to be real simple, there's 2 things you have to do. Number 1, you must be subscribed to the channel. That's a no-brainer. Be a subscriber to the channel. We do check. Number 2, you have to comment on the particular video that details the giveaway. That's it. That's all you have to do. And let's check the calendar. We're going to go ahead and give the winner notification. Winner notifications will be on Saturday. Let's go back. Saturday, February 6th is when we're going to announce the winners of the 3 items of our current giveaway. So I will post a video on Saturday, February 6th. Check the notification bell so that you get notified when this video is posted and see if you've won. Here's the other thing. Once I announce the winner, check the video, see if you've won. Get in contact with us. Our email address is part of our About page. So if you go to the About tab on our page, our YouTube page, at the bottom you'll see 4 business inquiries. And then there will be a box next to it that says View Email Address. Click that box. Our email address will populate. Shoot us an email. We'll need your full name and your full address. And we'll send out everything to you for free if you've won. If you cannot get our email address from the About tab, make sure you're subscribed to my Instagram channel. My channel is private, so you must request to follow. I will check that throughout the day and days after that and make sure I have everyone who wants to follow. I'll accept you. Send me a note. DM me on the Instagram page if you can't get through to me via email from the YouTube page, and we'll get your information that way, and we'll send everything out to you free of charge. There's nothing you have to pay. Only thing you have to pay is attention. That's it, and you'll win. So we got 3 items. Winner will be announced this Saturday, 6 February 2021. Tune in, comment, subscribe, like, share, and get that free swag. So fam, we've come to the end of another one. This was a quick shot. I apologize for no running videos of this particular model, but this was just a side project I was doing. I hadn't planned on doing a video on it. This was just something I wanted to do, but I figured I'll share it with you in case you cats wanted to do something similar. Check the description box below for colors, color codes, where I got this, links, all that good stuff will be in the description box below. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and sticking with my channel. We are continuing to receive positive growth. Love it. Oh, and another thing, check this out. I want you to peep another fellow YouTuber, okay? Icons RC. Check out his page. They do, or he does, I should say. It's a group of fellas and ladies too. A group of us get together probably on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, do a live YouTube. There's usually giveaways. It's a real cool group on YouTube. Again, check out his page, all right, and subscribe so you can get notified when these lives are. And there's a lot of knowledge being dropped on subjects for RCs for the advanced to the novice. Check it out. Real cool cat. Real cool YouTube live. I think you'll like it. Let them know that Jay Sinister Productions sent you. And I know that you will be satisfied with this channel. So fam, thanks a lot. I've taken enough of your time. Appreciate everything about you. I'm going to bounce. I hope you're having a great day and your 2021 is moving along for these 2 months, has been moving along great. And as always, I am Jay of Jay Sinister Productions, exiting stage left.
Oh,
Want something else?
I don't know what's the matter with me. One other thing.
Jay Sinister Productions.